Hello, everybody. It's that college football guy here with another video. I said I was going to do the two about the NFL draft rankings. One day, one the other. Realized how bad the group of five performed in this draft. I decided I'm going to do that one first and then follow it up with the Power Five. So basically, what these draft videos are is the title of the video: NFL draft, the group of five, and FCS, who performed the best. Basically, what it is I gave a point scale for the drafts here. First round pick is worth 7 points. Second round pick is worth 6 points. Third round pick is worth 5 points. Fourth round pick is worth 4 points. Fifth round pick is worth 3 points. Sixth round pick is worth 2 points. Seventh round pick is worth 1 point. Got to rank everybody up here and see who did the best. And rank them up by points. We're going to go from the bottom up. So it's going to be, excuse me, no itches, in ascending order here. So we'll start off with FCS. Because we get that done, because we had nobody had from FCS had 2 players drafted from their university. No one. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 FCS schools who had someone drafted. All right. So let's do this here for a tie. Because this is... So this would be 6th place tie, 4th place tie, 2nd place tie. Okay. All right. I do the little rankings real quick. All right. First off, in a 5-way tie for 8th place among the 12 schools here, with each had 1 point, because each of them had a 7th round pick. That would be Kennesaw State, Wingate, UT Martin, Northern Michigan, and Jackson State. Kind of surprising me Jackson State didn't get more than that, but then again, a lot of their talent was younger. In a tie for 6th place with 2 points apiece, because they both had 6th round picks, is Princeton and Wagner. Now, in tie for 4th place, because they both had 3 points due to both having a 5th round pick, is William and Mary and Stephen F. Austin. And a tie for 2nd place, because they both had 3rd rounders. That's worth 5 points. That's Sacramento State and South Dakota State. And winning the FCS, who performed the best in the FCS, North Dakota State, with the highest ranking FCS draftee, a 2nd rounder, worth 6 points. That was the darling of the draft, Cody Mauch, the guard from North Dakota State, who was drafted by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So now let's get to the group of 5. There was a boatload of schools who did not get anybody drafted. So we're going to go through those first. The schools who were not drafted, we'll do by conference here, because I got a list down here. From the American, who did not get anybody, 0 points, nobody drafted. From the American, East Carolina, Memphis, Navy, Temple, Tulsa, UCF, and USF. From Conference USA, FAU, Florida Atlantic. Remember, this is before they go to the American. FIU, Louisiana Tech, Middle Tennessee State, North Texas, Rice, UTEP, and UTSA. UTSA, the big won the Conference USA, but nobody got drafted. Interesting. From the MAC, Northern Illinois, Akron, Buffalo, Kent State, Miami of Ohio, and Ohio. From the Mountain West Conference, Hawaii, Nevada, San Diego State, UNLV, Air Force, Colorado State, Utah State, and Wyoming. From the Sun Belt, Arkansas State, Texas State, ULM, which is University of Louisiana Monroe, Coastal Carolina, Georgia Southern, Georgia State, James Madison, and Marshall. And from the FBS Independents, Army, UConn, and UMass. All right. Now, we have 6 schools who had got 1 point. 6 group of 5s who got 1 point for 7th round, for have a 7th round selection. That's Charlotte, UAB, Ball State, Central Michigan, Toledo, and Louisiana. We had 5 schools who had 2 points, which is a 6th round pick. Western Michigan, Bowling Green, New Mexico, Southern Miss, and Liberty. We had 1 school who had 3 points with a 5th round pick. That's South Alabama. All those schools gone. Now we've hit the top 10. All right. We had 4 schools that had 4 points, but not all of them were 4th rounders. 2 schools had 2 selections apiece. So, we have the two schools who were tied for 10th who had a fourth rounder each, because I believe if you're once you get this low in the draft, I'd start doing tie breaks, really counting for like first rounders. After first rounders, it's more people selected, and then if it's the same tie with most, like you both have 5, if one, as an example here, if both of you have 5 players selected, the highest ranked player on one is a 2, and the next highest ranked one is a 3, that's going to be the tiebreaker. If it's like a first and a 3 and a first and a second, the first and a second will get it, if you have the same number of players. First rounders are the main tiebreak. All right, so tied for 10th place with 4 points, both had a fourth rounder, Fresno State and San Jose State. In 9th place, with 2 picks, a 5th rounder and a 7th rounder, is the champion of the Mountain West. They did perform the best in the Mountain West, and that was Boise State. Also, I forgot there's another school who had 4 points, and I forgot about that. It should be tied with Fresno State and San Jose State, and that's Troy. And number 8 on the list here, with 2 players, but they were... Actually, I screwed up on this one. I got this one backwards. Number 9 is actually Appalachian State with 2 6th-round picks. Same number of points. Boise State is 8th with a 5 and a 7. I actually wrote them backwards. I read them wrong. That was my fault. I read them wrong. Boise State's 8th with the Mountain West Conference champion with 4 points. Now, in 7th place with 5 points, the champion of Conference USA, Western Kentucky. I don't think anybody would have figured that one. With 6 points, in 6th place, that's a second-round pick. That's SMU. Number 5 also has 6 points, but they're not one pick. It's 2 players, a 4th and a 6th, and that's the champion of the MAC, Eastern Michigan. Most players drafted. Number 4, 7 points total. 3 players drafted, 4th rounder, 6th rounder, and 7th rounder. The champion of the Sun Belt and newcomer, Old Dominion. I don't think anybody would have figured that. Now we start getting to the big ones here. 2 teams had 10 points. Both of them had the same first player. Third rounder. But one had 4 drafted and one had 2. So the one who had 4 is just more players I'm giving the tiebreak to. So that means number 3 will be Tulane, 2 players, both third rounders. Number 2 is going to be Houston, who had 4 players, the most for any university in the group of 5. Had 4 players drafted with a third, a 5, a 7th, and a 7th. That's 10 points. And number 1 with 11 points. One more is Cincinnati, the champion of the American and the best of the group of 5. 3 players drafted, a third, a 4th, and a 5th. As my oven goes off. Who is the highest drafted player in the group of 5 out of individual awards? Who was drafted the highest? That was Nathaniel Dell of Houston, a wide receiver who was drafted by, ironically, the Houston Texans. I'm just going to shut this damn thing off, huh? Oh, just getting up in the way. Gotta have the light shining in my face because you see the lights here, they suck. I didn't think I was that far into that. But hey, you know what you gotta do, what you gotta do. But, I mean, seriously. Would anybody have picked Eastern Michigan to be the best team in the group of 5? As I pull something out of the oven and try not to burn my fingers, but I burn my face off every time, so that's the same thing that goes with all of that. But, so it's crazy. But the Cincinnati Bearcats, who are now leaving for the Big 12, are the champions of the group of 5. They're the best team. So of the teams that will be coming, schools will be coming back this coming season, Tulane would be the best one left, which is interesting. So the champions for each conference, by the way, as determined who are, there's 5 conferences. The best school in the Mountain West was Boise State. The best performing school for the draft in the Mountain West was Boise State. The best in the Conference USA was Western Kentucky. The best in the MAC was Eastern Michigan. The best in the Sun Belt was Old Dominion. And the best in the American and the overall champion, the best in the group of 5, that's Cincinnati. So, did any of these results surprise you? Let me know down in the comments about this one, because a couple of them did surprise me. Houston with 4 players, Cincinnati doing good. We kind of expected that a while back. Tulane kind of shocked everybody out of nowhere. Them performing as well as they did. But I have to admit that Old Dominion finishing 4th is a bit of a surprise. But there was some talent on that university. So, Like I said, let me know down in the comments what you think about this. So thanks everybody for watching the video. If you haven't done it already, please smash the like button, hit the thumbs up. It helps with the algorithm, helps the video be seen by more people. I said comment, let me know if anything in this video about the Group of 5 and FCS surprised you. Jackson State only having one player and being so low also surprised me a little bit too. And if you haven't done it already, subscribe to the channel. You know, almost at 400 subscribers, slowly working our way up to 1,000 to start making this thing happen. So thanks everybody for watching. As soon as this gets done, I start uploading it. I'm going to record the Power 5 one, and that one's extensive. A lot longer of a video. So I figured I did these at home. I was going to do one here and one on the road, but I realized with the length of the videos, best to do it when I got the Wi-Fi rather than trying to do it over 5G or 4G or 3G or no G based upon where I'm driving to tomorrow. I should not say tomorrow, where I'm driving to today, because I'll be leaving in a couple of hours for a very long trip. So I should just let you know about that one real fast. We don't know what that one real quick. Here home in Tennessee, but I got to head to Elizabeth, New Jersey with a couple of stops on the way to pick up things. It's not for the load, it's for the company. So the drive itself is 13 to 14 hours if everything goes perfect. Or about 14 hours, 15 hours worst case. Up to Elizabeth, New Jersey. But with the stops, it's going to be closer to 18. The appointment is until 9:30 in the morning on Tuesday, but with the stops I got to make, which is diverted around, it's not in a straight shot, it adds more time, so that's why they told me to leave. And I'm getting paid stop pay and extra miles for picking up, doing this stuff. So I'm going to get paid for it, so that's all good. But anyway, thanks everybody for watching the video. Hope everybody's having a great Sunday. Please be safe out there, and please be good to each other.